All right, last day of multiplying and dividing rational expressions. These are the toughest ones. Let's get into it. So, multiplication problem here. I'm going to start with number 2. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and factor the top. That's going to take an 8 out. I'm left with x plus 4. And that's all over here. I'm going to take a 20x squared out. I'm left with x plus 4. This is times. I'm going to take a 20x squared out here. And I'm left with x minus 1. And on the bottom, I'm going to take out a 14. I'm left with x minus 1. Now, since we're multiplying, you can just connect those two. A little multiplication symbol, and hey, everything's being multiplied. All right? It's like if I did 4 times 5, or 4 thirds times 5 sevenths. It could still be looked at as 4 times 5 over 3 times 7. You could still do that. So here, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and start canceling out. Those make 1. The 20x squared and the 20x squared match up perfectly. X minus 1s go. And I'm left with 8 over 14. Now, they're both divisible by 2, though. So we're going to end up with 4 sevenths as your solution. It's our simplified rational expression there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take this beast of problem number 3. It's got a lot of things going on here. The top is going to factor into, let's see here, bubble method. So 7r, and I have my plus 10 and my plus 3. Just doing this in my head, sorry. Trying to make it quicker. Now, for the other numerator over here, 2 numbers multiplied to 15, maybe 3 and 5. And then 45, maybe that's 9 and 5. Trying to get 2 out of it. So, 5 times 5 and 3 times 9. That'll give me a 2 as long as I make one of them negative. So, this will be, which one do I have to make negative? 3 times 9 is 27. That's the one I have to make negative. So I'll make that negative 9. So 3r pairs up with the negative 9. And the 5r pairs up with the positive 5. And that'll get me my positive 2 right there. It's a tricky problem, involved bubble method, or, bottoms up, whichever way you learned. Now, down here, I'm going to work on this one down here. So 2 numbers multiplied to 35, that would be 5 and 7. 2 numbers multiplied to 27, that will be 9 and 3. And I'm trying my best to get 78. So 7 times 9 is 63. 5 times 3 is 15. If I add those, I get 78. Huh, nice. So these are my r's right here. And these are both going to be positive. So my 7r matches up with the positive 9. And then my 5r matches up with the plus 3, which is nice. And then over here, this one, I'm going to draw a little line. 2 numbers multiplied to 3 are 3 and 1. 2 numbers that multiply to 10 are 10 and 1, or 5 and 2. I'm assuming, since we're trying to get negative 11, yeah. So it'll be 3 times 2 is 6. 1 times 5 is 5. And I need to make them both negative. That way I get my negative 11 here. So my 3r pairs up with the negative 2 over here. And then my 1r, or r, pairs up with the negative 5. And now I can start getting rid of some things. It's pretty ugly. Hang on a second. So all that work's gone now. Let me try and trim this a little bit. All right. Now I'm back. I'm back, baby. So here we go. 7r plus 3's go away. 3r. Ooh, why do I have different signs? What's going on there? Oh, I messed my signs up. Oh, no. So the 3r, I'm trying to get a positive 2, not a negative 2. So that needs to be positive and that needs to be negative. So that's a negative 5. This is a positive 9. Because that way I get a positive 2 instead of a negative 2. If you caught that mistake, great. Me too. So I'm going to go ahead and 3r minus 5, 3r minus 5, 5r plus 9, 5r plus 9. I'm left with r plus that. That was ugly. I'll try to do better on the next one. Next up, I'll take care of why not number 5. This is a division problem, though. Division. So I am going to factor, but I'm also going to flip at the same time. So I'm going to keep this the same, but I'm going to factor out of 3x. I'm left with x plus 9. And that's still 9. So this, same. Now over here, with the next one, this I have to flip and factor. It's going to turn into multiplication, though. Maybe I'll just do it in 2 steps. Why not? So 9x plus 81 over x squared plus 15x plus 54. Okay, so I flipped it. I haven't factored it yet, though. So my left side, my left fraction, 3x, x plus 9 is going to stay that way. Now I'm going to take a 9 out. I'm left with x plus 9. And then here, which two numbers multiply to 54 and add up to 15? 9 and 6. So x plus 9, x plus 6. So, whoa. All right, so let's start getting rid of some stuff. X plus 9s go and go. The 9s go. So I end up with 3x, x plus 9, all over x plus 6. And that's going to be how you do that one. Not too terrible. Next one. I'm going to do number 7. Let's tackle this one. So 56, r plus 1. And 24 can be taken out. You're left with r plus 3. Now, this one I'm going to go ahead and flip. That's all I'm going to do to it. So the 27r squared plus 81 goes on the numerator, 81r, sorry. Goes on top now. And the 35r plus 35 goes on bottom. So I'm going to rewrite my 56 parentheses r plus 1 and my 24 parentheses r plus 3. And now I'm going to go ahead and factor. So I can take a 27 actually. Take a 27 out, or 27r out, and I'm left with r plus 3. 3. Then on bottom I can take out a 35 and I'm left with r plus 1. So, change my color here. R plus 3 is going. R plus 1 is going. And now I have to work. Because technically I'm going to split it up like this. I have 56 times 27 r over 24 times 35. So let's break it up into some big factors here. 56 is the same thing as 8 times 7. 27 is the same thing as 9 times 3, and I have an r there. 24 is the same thing as 8 times 3, and 35 is the same thing as 5 times 7. So I'm doing this instead of getting a huge number and having to work on all the way down. And that's why, the reason why I did that is because the 8s go away, now the 7s go away, these 3s go away, and all I'm left with is 9r over 5. And that's how you take care of that problem right there. All right, next ones. These are getting gross. We do number 9. Let's see how long that takes us. So we're multiplying here, so I'm just going to go ahead and factor the top, factor the bottom. I can take a 4. No, I can take an 8 out of the top. So 8, I'm left with 3n minus 8. Wow, sorry about that. And then on the bottom, I can take out a 10n squared, and I'm left with 5n minus 2. Now, on top, I can take out a 10n squared, and I'm left with 5n minus 2. And on bottom, you got a bubble method, that one. So two numbers multiplied to 3 are 3 and 1. Two numbers multiplied to 48 are 6 and 8. And I think that works for me, because 3 times 6 is 18. 1 times 8 is 8. And those add up to negative 26, as long as I make both of these negative. So this factors into 3n, and that pairs up with the negative 6. And then my 1n pairs up with the negative 8. Okay, now I can get rid of stuff. It's a multiplication problem, not that bad. So 3n minus 8, 3n minus 8. I have 10n squared, 5n minus 2, 5n minus 2. I'm left with on top an 8, and on bottom I'm left with just a mere n minus 6. That's it. Pretty gross. All right, division problem. Let's do number 12, because this is the ugliest one, and this will probably be the last one on this video. So, let me go ahead and maybe I'll do some factoring here. There's some more factoring there. It has to be multiplied by 5m, not n, minus 10 over 2m squared minus 13m minus 45. So I just flipped that second fraction. I'm still going to factor this one, though. I'm going to do it over here. So 2 and 1, and then 30 is normally 6 and 5. I'm trying to get 7, so 2 times 6 is 12. 1 times 5 is 5. Yep, if that make that negative. So this will be 2m pairing up with the negative 6 over here. Don't forget, these are the upside down lines. And then 1m pairing up with the positive 5. Now, my denominator is a little easier. I say that because you can take a 5 out. When you take the 5 out, you're left with m squared minus 11m plus 18. And then, so I have a 5 out in front, but then what two numbers multiply to 18 and add up to negative 11? I would say 9 and 2, but they both need to be negative. So I have m minus 9, and m minus 2. So I'm going to rewrite this, even though it's making it a little bit more jumbled. Still needs to be rewritten. If you're going to do anything right, do it well. So m minus 9, m minus 2. Now, I already have it being multiplied, so I don't have to flip anything. I do have to factor, though. Take out a 5, and you're left with m minus 2. Then over here, we're going to factor this denominator. So I need 2 and 1, and then two numbers multiply to 45 are 9 and 5. No, that's not going to work. Maybe 15 and 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 15 is 15. That doesn't work. About 2 times, not 2 times 15, no. 2 times 5, 2 times... Oh, sorry. It's right there in front of me. This is my first guess. So 2 times 9 is 18. 1 times 5 is 5. If I make the 18 negative, I get my negative 13. So then this will be 2m paired up with the minus 9, and then the 1m with the positive 5. And now I can start getting rid of some stuff here. So I'm going to get my orange back. Here we go. 2m plus 5, 2m plus 5. m minus 2, 5, 5. Now these are both on the same side, so they don't go away. My m minus 6 is on top. My bottom is going to be m minus 9 times m minus 9. Or you could, if you want to, write m minus 6 over m minus 9 squared. All right. Long video, long assignment. Complete the rest of them. Do the best you can.